Students, today we are going to start off with a new topic, that is classification of accounts. In this, we would be talking about what do we mean by accounts and what are the different classification of accounts which are required to do the general entries. Now starting off with our topic for today, that is classification of accounts. Children, the word accounting has been derived from the word account. Now you must be thinking as to what is an account. An account means a record of the business transactions concerning a particular person, firm, asset or income or expense. Say the transactions which are done by Ram will be recorded in his account. Say we have purchased furniture, land, building, so they would all be the transactions which would be recorded as per the different accounts. So children, we can say that accounts is a summarized record of all the transactions which take place in an accounting year in respect to a person or thing. Children, this accounts, if we talk about, has two sides. It is being recorded in the form of a T shaped. The left side, if you will see here, I have made the rent account. The left side is called the debit side. That is why children, I have mentioned DR on top of it. And the right hand side is called the credit side. The left hand side is called debit side. It is denoted by DR, and right side is known as the credit side. It is denoted by CR. When entries are made, children, on the debit side, we say that the account is debited. And when the entries are made on the credit side, we call it that the account has been credited. So children, all the transactions over here which would take in the rent account during the accounting year will be recorded in this account. Now let us talk about the different categories which are mentioned here, that is date, particulars, JF, amount. When we talk about date, children, the date entered in this column is the date on which the transaction has taken place. Say the transaction has taken place on 1st of July, 2nd of July, so they would all be recorded in a chronological order. Now when we talk about particulars, children, in this column the cash account is mentioned if the rent is paid or received. If the rent is to be paid, that is we are there to pay it or receive, the name of the landlord and the tenant is mentioned. When we talk about JF, children, it stands for general folio. Now what is folio? Folio means, children, the page number on the general on which the concerned transaction is recorded. So it is basically the page number of the books where the recording is done of the general entries. Amount. When we talk about amount, it is the amount of the transaction which is recorded. So children, we can say that this was the format of the accounts being made. Now let us talk about the three broad categories in which the accounts are categorized, which will help you in knowing the accountancy much clearer. So children, the classification of accounts is done firstly in three categories, that is personal account, real account and nominal account. We can also say that the accounts are categorized under two broad heads, that is personal accounts and impersonal accounts. The personal accounts, children, include three further subdivisions, that is natural accounts, artificial accounts and representatives account. When we talk about, children, the personal account, the natural accounts, children, include all the accounts of the persons, that is Ram account, Sham account, Hari's account, capital account, etc. When we talk about children, the artificial account, what does it include? Children, we all know, as discussed earlier in the previous chapters, that company is an artificial person. So the accounts of the companies are also part of it under the category of artificial account in the personal accounts. Say, for example, Christian Lal and Sons account, ABC and company account, etc. Now, when we talk about representatives children, it includes the both the natural and artificial person, that is all the person's accounts as well as the company's account. So we can say children, to summarize what are personal accounts, the accounts which are related to persons and organizations are known as personal accounts. For example, Ram account, Hari account, Sham account, ABC and company account. It also includes children all the accounts related to debtors and creditors. The capital account and the drawings account, children kindly note, are also part of the personal accounts, which are of the proprietor, that is the one who are carrying out the business, and even the partners. So now children, the debit side of the personal account, when we talk about, shows how much money the firm is to receive from the person concerned, while the credit side of the personal accounts, children, show how much money the firm is to pay to the firm concerned. Let us know what is the rule of the personal account. When we talk about the rule for personal account, children, the personal account rule is, I have mentioned over here some rules, kindly have a look over there. The rule of the personal account says that debit the receiver, credit the giver. What do we mean by this? Let us understand it with the help of a small example. When we say children, Ram pays 1000 rupees to Mohan. In this case, children, Ram is the giver and Mohan is the receiver. So now coming again to the rule of debit the receiver and credit the giver. Mohan is the receiver in this entry, so we will debit his account as per the rule says that debit the receiver, and we will credit Ram's account because in this case Ram is the giver, so his account will be credited. So coming back again to the personal account, we were saying that debit side of the personal account shows how much money the firm is to receive from the person, and similarly the credit side of the personal account shows how much money the firm is to pay to the person concerned. All the balances of the personal account, children, are shown in the balance sheet. Now moving on to the next account, that is real account and nominal account. Children, when we talk about the broad category, we talk that there are two broad categories, personal accounts and impersonal account. Kindly note the real and the nominal accounts are part of the impersonal account because they do not deal with persons. Now, the real accounts, children, are further categorized into tangible and intangible. The accounts which are related to tangible and intangible assets, children, are called as real accounts. For example, land, building account, machinery account, furniture account, cash account, bank account. All these are tangible assets, whereas patents, goodwill, copyrights, all these are intangible assets. So we can say that the real account includes both tangible and intangible assets. Now let us know what is the rule of real accounts. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. As mentioned over here also, children, debit what comes in. Now let us understand this also with the help of example. For example, children, if the firm purchases furniture for cash, so what is coming in the business? Furniture is coming in the business as an asset. So furniture account, children, will be debited and cash account will be credited because for buying the furniture we are spending cash. So cash account will be credited. Again, coming to the rule, children, we mentioned in the real account that debit what comes in. So in this case, furniture was coming into the business as an asset and cash was going out to buy that asset. So we will credit it. So children, we have covered till now about the real accounts and the personal accounts. When we talk about real accounts, children, real accounts always have debit balance which shows that how much concerned assets is owned by the firm. The balances of the real account, children, are shown in the balance sheet. Now moving on to another category of the impersonal accounts, that is the nominal accounts. Children, nominal accounts are the accounts which are related to expenses, losses, income and gain. For example, wages account, rent account, salary account, interest account, etc. Now, let us know what does the rule of nominal account says. Children, I have mentioned over here debit expenses and losses and credit income and gain. Now, let us understand this also with the help of a small example. When we say, children, debit all the expenses and losses, say for example, there is a firm which pays rent for the office. The office is on rent. So in this case, the rent is an expense for the firm. So rent account will be debited because it is an expense, and the rule of nominal account also says that debit all the expenses. Another example let us take, that is a firm receives interest on the bank deposits. So the firm has deposited certain amount in the bank and it is receiving certain interest on it. So it is an income for the firm, isn't it? So children, we will credit it because coming again to the rule of nominal account, it says that credit all the incomes. So children, we have covered today about the rules of nominal account, real accounts, personal accounts. We have also got to know as to what are the different categories of accounts, that is personal account, real account and nominal account, which are of two broad categories, personal account and impersonal account. Kindly go through the video carefully and clear your doubts over the Microsoft Teams. Thank you. Have a good day.